Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. How are we all doing? Nice to see you all in here. My other earring. Hope everything is working properly. Just go through and do a quick double check. Got that sound and there's our games down. Right, it's all organised. I can bring that screen up there and we're good to go. How you all doing? Nice to see you in here. Welcome along, Mark. Nice to see you, my friend, as always. Kim, hello. Nice to have you here. Scott, g'day, g'day. Nice to see you this morning. Cody, good afternoon from Iowa. Good afternoon to you, Cody. Good morning from New Zealand. Nice to see you here. Frosty, g'day, g'day. How are you? Welcome along, everyone. Nice to have you back here on Red Dirt County. Got my screenshot still set up here. So we're going to get some potatoes planted in the field here. See how that goes. I've been wanting to use the Sputnik kit out ever since I did a video of it. So here we are. Try out this tipping loader or tipping attachment, and we've obviously got a truckload of seed there. So we'll give that a whirl. See how this all goes. I'm going to jump in there and undo all the straps. And I think now we should be able to have that way. Now the only issue I thought I might have is whether this is high enough to actually be able to tip out. And I did find out I had to use the mouse to control it rather than my controller for some reason. G'day Edgar, how are you? Nice to see you here. So that's tipping the... Is it not the mouse? No, that's tipping that one. Oh, there we go. That's as far as it's going to go, and it's not going to tip them out. Best laid plans. I have to... Yeah. That's a shame. I was thinking this is going to be a great way to put some seed into the planter, and it's not even going to work. It would have tipped it to the ground, but not to the not into the planter. Sucks. I was looking forward to doing that. Should have tried it out beforehand. This is how we used to always, when we grew potatoes, used to always fill the potato planter up with seed out of a box. Anyhow, let's think of another way. I might have to just tip it out onto the ground. I'll go down and grab the wheel loader and find out who's sitting in that at the moment. Someone is, there we go. Bootneck's in the wheel loader. G'day Edgar, I think I've said hello to you, but I'll say hello again. How you doing? Nice to have you here. So how's everyone's weekend been? Hope you're all having a nice relaxing Saturday. That's not a coincidence, Scott, it was planned like that. That's very cool. Actually, I think it was last week you said about how close West Texas and Oklahoma and particularly Mustang are. I think you said there might have been, what, 3-hour drive or something between the two? I actually had to go and have a look the other day on Google. Alright, so if we get in here... Oops, I didn't scoot that piece up. Alright. Oh, not a very good start. But can I tip this in? Just the pallet that wouldn't tip in? Yeah, there we go. So we can tip that in. So we're going to have to do this a bit of a Mickey Mouse way. We'll tip out the pallet, the boxes onto the ground. and then scoop them up with the loader. That will do the same job. Right. And I've gone and used the wrong person. It means everyone's miles away where they should be. Right. Those crops are cursed. Yeah. Perhaps I wasn't tipping it far enough, because that's won't tip out till there. That may have been the problem. I just might not be able to reach high enough to tip it. Right. I mean, I was always asking for trouble using this this thing for the first time, because now I'm gonna have to should use someone who is closer. Let's do a little bit of a. The only downside with using this contractor mod is I have to tab through when someone's in a vehicle. The cursed crops of farm sim. That's just one of those things, like they haven't provided a you know, a potato planter just takes the normal seed packets, which is a bit silly to me. Alright. Like that there. I'll tab back to find my loader. Alright. Let's see if I can do this without knocking them. So this is what I had to use the mouse for, to lift the flap up. There we go. See how well I can get this picked up. No. Quite wide forks, which is not ideal. There we go. Put that down. We can push into it properly. Bolt that down. There we go. That one worked. Still doesn't like it very much. How wide is the planter? I can't remember off the top of my head. Come. Let's have a look at it in the shop. 11 meters wide. 11 meters, which is pretty nice. That's a good point too, Frosty. Tip straight into the bucket. I could do that. See, that's why you guys are here. To come up with the good suggestions. That one a bit of a nudge back on. I'll try that. I'll try and tip it straight into the bucket and see what happens. And then we'll get planting. Yeah, is she doing some work? Whoops. It's not right there. Must be too far across to the right. There we go. There we go. Right, so we'll try that. We'll try and tip it straight into the bucket, this one. Batusai, hello, how you doing? Welcome along, nice to see you here. Scorpion, welcome mate, nice to see you. No worries whatsoever. I'll let you off with a warning this time. How was Farmer Cop's stream? How was he going? I did, when I turned my computer on, I did have a quick look in there. There we go. Nice suggestion, Frosty. Makes things just a touch easier. Alright. Be even easier if I put the bucket right down. Oh, and we're going to split that one out. Alright. I think we can all tell how long this is going to last. Not very long at all. See if they're as cursed when it comes to harvesting them or not. Alright. Let's go and start planting. I'll tab through everything again. Good fun. Right. There we go. So, we should be able to get that lowered down. Now, that's what I haven't done. It's a bit late too now. You can put a fertilizer tank on the front of this, and it will apply fertilizer at the same time. So you could have like a front tank or something like that, which would help with that. Let's set up some GPS. Run that along there and see how it all goes. Hey, you Blood Wolf, welcome along, mate. We are indeed getting some taters planted. Mainly because I want to play with and have a play with the Sputnik pack. I've not had a chance to use it yet, other than my oops, what's happened there? Oh, did it have an offset on it? Did indeed. Okay. Don't want an offset. Yeah, mainly so I can have a go with using this planter, and then when it comes time to harvesting, we will have the 2 windrows, one either side, and then the pickup. Other way around, that's the windrow, that's the pickup. Yeah, so 2 of these with their left or right discharge, flag on the back to tell us which side's the discharge, and then the pickup harvester, and have the conveyor off the side. So that'll be fun. Forward to trying that out. What do we got at the barbecue today, Scorp? Brisket, pulled pork, original ribs, scorpion style ribs, and tater salad, coleslaw, and of course nana pudding. Have you got, I'm going to ask you, have you got that set up as a something you just cut and paste every time? Feels like it to me. Let's do this. Right, we'll have to see if that's worked. Where is that gone now? So the old frame rates drop every time I go past the shed there. Did Nightbot pick that out? There we go. Got your own command now. Alright, spun around and back the other way. Oh, you do have it set up on a Stream Deck button. What's happened? Turned off. This thing I don't understand, it does turn off sometimes when you lift at each end. Weird. Anyhow, let's keep going. Good evening, Hans. How are you? Welcome along. Nice to have you here all the way from the Netherlands. trust you are having a nice evening. Bit of a slow job though, 6 miles per hour. Gonna take us a little bit of time here. Haven't really been watching. Actually checked, we didn't have the planter full of seed, did we? So I'm curious now if I had that attachment on a telehandler and could lift the bin up higher, whether it would actually work. You know, I could try and park the planter down on the lower edge of that sort of lip there around the shed. See if I can reach in and tip from there. Scorpion's been playing No Man's Land, expanding at the moment, killing trees. Repurposing. It's a nicer way to look at it. Repurposing those trees, giving them a new lease of life. So what did everyone think of the new fact sheets that came out this week? So I was most excited to see Versatile. It's been obviously something they had not indicated. A lot of the time that when their new manufacturers have come through, it's been the manufacturer actually who's let the cat out of the bag, but this time it looks like it wasn't. Here we go, it turned itself off, turned off again. Seeing these planters working in real life, satisfying Blood Wolf. Pretty nice, and this is how they're animated as well. I can imagine. We used to plant our potatoes 2 rows at a time. And instead of having, like these ones have, like these cups that pick up the seed potato, transfer it. Our first ever planter had these arms. I'll see if I can sort of demonstrate it. But the arms were like this, and they had, I don't know if I want to, they had 2 pins that went through it. And as the arm came up like this, it would pick up the potato seed. It would go around, and when it got to the other side, the pin would pull out and drop the seed. They were not fun. Some might say mad. I'm some guy. I'm facing the inner demons, just warming up the equipment, ready for Field 9 on Flint Hills, just so you can be prepared for it. I was actually going to invite you along for the harvest. I thought you might want to come and help. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you here. See how well our other codes are working today. Bearded gamer. Hey, Eggsy, you're crazy for doing potatoes. Not at all. Not when you've got the right equipment. There we go, Nightbot's working tonight. Michael, welcome along. Good evening to you. Nice to have you here. Hope everyone is having a nice weekend. You're in, you need to practice. See, I lift that up. It didn't do it with when I was using Courseplay, but I see there it's turned it off. No, I can't turn it on there. Lifted it up. Now I need to actually try. So I think someone pointed out to me that there was a version of these sheds of Simply Safe mods, which I thought was a bit strange because it wasn't the original modder, but through... Who was it through? It was in Kazoo Extreme, and the guy who's made these, Justin Gilbertson, was in there, and he'd given the guy his blessing to and permission to put it on Simply Safe mods with the tweaks he'd made, so I need to go and check that version out. It is very exciting that Versatile's in the new game. Another manufacturer there, it's very cool. They're coming out thick and fast with all of these new brands. So, kind of leads to a bit of anticipation for what's going to be announced next. I also see that there's another show coming up soon that the FarmSim guys are going to be at, so I'm hoping or expecting there'll probably be some more information revealed at that. So we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Nothing else we can do. Oh, Scorp, I missed that. You got your notification. You should get your mug next week. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't even got any yet. I keep on meaning to go in and order some. I was actually, I wanted to order some of the clothes. My boys want some, so need to get in and do that. So there we go. Everyone who missed out last week might not have been here. We have gone and set ourselves up a little merchandise shop. Have some mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, those kind of things that you can have a look at, and anything takes your fancy, they are there to order. So again, I do believe Nightbot with exclamation mark merch should give you a link to that. If not, I need to start putting it in my descriptions. I haven't got around to doing that yet. The NEFS19 player boldly plant potatoes. I would have thought you'd learnt the lessons on Spectacle Island. I've learnt my lesson from Spectacle Island, and I'm not doing it with equipment like that. But these are, when you can plant 11 meters wide, it's not quite so bad. Michael? And when you can use the big windrows, which are 6 meters wide, and then the pickup there. So these you can run two next to side by side, and have one of them would discharge on the left hand side and the others on the right hand side, so you end up with a big windrow down the middle. Then you can use the pickup, this one here, run down, and it picks up the windrow, and you can convey it up into a truck. It's a little bit easier than the way I was silly enough to go with potatoes in Spectacle Island. You're in your first half marathon, Kim. That is awesome. Congratulations, mate. It's been something that I've thought about doing, and that's about as far as I've got. It's the thought that counts. I'm sure that's half the effort, isn't it? I know anytime I've done a few little events, cycling and that sort of thing, is when you finish something like that, yeah, just the buzz and the feeling, you just can't beat it. Cannot beat finishing something like that as an achievement, particularly the first time. So there we go, it's not taking too long. So I've got a little list of what we need to do. Once we've finished here, what was I going to do next? We've got some weeds to spray over in our wheat, so we'll have to get the Patriot out. I was considering replacing it with the brand new Trident case that Caceres Modding has just released, but I haven't done that yet either. So we'll just stay with what we've got. I've also put down a chicken coop. So down near we'll go have a look at that once we've finished too. Down near the dairy farm, we've got some chickens down there. That's so we can start getting some eggs for our production, which we need to be able to make some cookies. So that is one of the plans today. Might look at buying some more cows. We've got some more product to sell all over the place, left, right, and centre. Pigs need a bit more food. We've got a full pig pen, so we could even sell some pigs. So that's kind of a general plan of what I want to try and get done. But if there's anything you guys would like me to do in the stream, let me know as well. Welcome along, Scott. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. How's life at home with the little one? Settling into a bit of a routine yet, or not? Oh, there we go. Out of seed. Wyatt, no need to apologise for that at all. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you had a good vacation. Right. That's what I was going to try, wasn't I? Go and do this. I'm going to give it a try and see if I can get the thing to tip if I pop down a little bit lower. Starting to get easier. Always does. Problem is, I don't think there's enough reach on the bucket for this to work, but we'll try it. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to get close enough with the tractor. Let's see. Welcome along, Olaf. Nice to have you here as always. Allison Games, hello, hello. Nice to have you here too. Right, so we'll get that. It's very jerky. I have to use my mouse to control those. So, again, let's try and get this lined up as best as I can. I wonder if I'd be better off in first person doing this in cab view. How are we? There we go. I like a needle. That's true precision farming. Let's put that down. Push it on better. Try and put this arm down on it. Alright, let's see if it's going to reach. I don't think it's going to. I think my front wheels are going to be too far forward. Yeah, start dropping down. I feel like I'm higher. Oh, it's working. Is it working? There we go. It will work. I'm chuffed. There we go. That was how it was meant to work. Oops, everything except for the ejected potato bin. I don't think that's quite how they're meant to eject. Let's try. I can't quite make. Oh, I can see the tip of the forks here. I can see the tip of the forks. No, not the best vision. That's got that one. Oh yeah. I did read I need to be more gentle with how I handle the bins, a little bit slower with them, and it'll work better. There you go. Scorp has his own command to tell you exactly what's on the grill. Alright. Am I far enough forward? Yeah. Going in the planter. There we go. Success. Did I just press the eject button? I'll do it a bit slower this time, Mark. It's because I was too hasty in my movements. Legion, how you doing, mate? Nice to have you here as well. So for those of you who don't know, both Scott Fuchs and KR Legion have sponsored servers, multiplayer servers, through Discord. So Scott set one up on No Man's Land, which they are running as a bit of a, obviously start from scratch, no fields type deal, and they've created some pretty impressive farms on there already by the looks of things. Running seasons as well, and KR has sponsored a server on Western Australia, which is set up as a single farm. A whole lot of big equipment obviously to suit the amount of land. Again, also running seasons on that one, and the idea is to get on there and work together. So we will have to, at some stage in the coming weeks, we will have to find some time to run a live stream on one of those maps, or possibly on both of them. So big thanks to both those gentlemen for supporting us in that way. It's very cool. Hello Ryan, how you doing? They're raking hay right in front of you. Nice. Oh, it's not going out very fast. Let's tip it a bit faster. Oh, we're going to have an ejection again here in a second. Oh no. What's the odds on physics being any more improved than they are? You know what would be great, I think, is if, yeah, once you had a pallet on, you had that sort of option to attach it, like it becomes a implement attached. I feel like that would be a possible solution to doing this. Not quite sure. Nice to see you back on Red Dirt County. I like being back on Red Dirt County actually, White. It's quite a fun map. Really enjoyed it actually. It's nice to have a variety of things to play with you guys too though. It's nice to be able to get on the multiplayer and have some fun on that. Obviously always nice to bring a live stream with the farm sim guy. I know a lot of you enjoy when we get on and have some banter with those too, so. That one's already having a bit of a moment. How full are we? 65%. think the farmers by me are giving up huge new signs trying to sell the land. They're in good spots for convenience stores or strip centres. That's a shame, mate. I think there's quite big controls where we are to make sure that doesn't happen. Our land can be used, try and discourage any good productive land from being converted to sort of retail or residential property. It's quite a trade-off if you know, developing cities and things like that, and you know, chewing up the fertile land, because there is some very fertile land around where a lot of our cities are. Which is why the early settlers chose it. They were pretty clever and saw where the good stuff was. Oh, that one went on a little bit easier. These bins, you can actually buy these potato bins as an XL size, so these have 1350 litres of capacity, which would be a realistic volume, but you can get them with double that. Kind of wishing I went with the large ones now. Alright, one more should do us. Is No Creek Farms still your favourite series? It's one I still really enjoy, and I don't know how to finish it. That's been my biggest problem. Kind of every time I think, oh, is it time to finish No Creek? But I'm just trying to figure out what is a good end to that series. And it's still a very popular one. It seems people still enjoy watching it, and so it is a bit of a trade-off. It is one of my more cherished series, I guess you could say. At the moment, I'm really enjoying my survival. Spectacle Island one, actually, that's probably what I look forward to the most at the moment in terms of recording. After, of course, you know, some friendly banter with the farm sim guy on West Texas. That's always a highlight as well. But the survival, yeah, Spectacle Island's just been a fun one to do so far. Yeah, enjoying it. We've been talking about doing another West Texas live, Ryan. I think we need to find the right activity to do that. I think we're just about through all our planting, and harvesting always seems to be a good time to run a live stream on there, so maybe we will do it with that. Right, 98% full, that will do for me. Farm Sim ZA, which I'm assuming means Farm Sim South Africa. Welcome along. Nice to have you joining us. Damn Eves, how you doing? Nice to have you here as well. Branco de Trois, hello, how's it going? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Nice to have you here too. Right, let's get back. Oh, that's right, we've just got a part row here. We'll get that one finished off. Thank you, Legion, for that little reminder there too. If you're enjoying the stream and enjoying the content, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up there. And if you're not a subscriber already, appreciate it if you did. Great to have you join us. Madman, hey, looking for info. What's the name of the mod above the fuel level litres an hour, and is it Mod Hub? Is that an enhanced vehicle? You're talking about the one that's, I'll point at the screen, you can't see. The one that tells me the litres are now being used. There you go, Aaron said it, enhanced vehicle mod. Wait, finish Snow Creek. What? Not yet, Wyatt. Not yet. Even if I stopped doing videos on it, I think it's a series I'd always keep and play on. Had a few people say, why didn't I put seasons on it? I looked at doing seasons on No Creek. One, I didn't realise how popular it might be and how much I might go, how long it might last for. It certainly outlasted what I expected, and I kind of wish I had done seasons, but when I started looking at that, I already had the cows and was producing milk, and I thought, oh, if it's not going to go for too much longer, I don't want to set the cows backwards, which would have been the biggest thing. Changing seasons and having crops and all of that would have been easy. But as time has gone on, I kind of wish I had added seasons to it. I think that would have just added another level to that series. I've tried as much as I can, you know, everything goes in cycles, so I'll plant pretty much everything and then harvest pretty much everything and try and keep it almost like it's seasonal, but we'll see. Still some more things I want to do with it, so alright, hopefully, shall we consult the map? I reckon we must, when you take out that chunk for the building there on the right, I reckon might just about be halfway through this field. We might get it done without having to fill up again. Pretty close. So we're gonna have to run some fertilizer over this at some point. Not today. We wait till the potatoes have germinated. Give them a bit of a dose there. Actually, that's a good point because we've got precision farming. Not sure what the nitrogen demands are. They're probably quite high. This would have been a good field to have spread all that slurry on. We should have done that. Then we would have been giving it that nitrogen boost to start with. And get the spreader out, put the solid fertilizer back on the Terrogator again, or we could run some liquid fertilizer on it. So plenty of options for what we could do. I can't remember if Enhanced Vehicle Mod is not on Mod Hub or not. Revisit in the future with things like seasons added. Could do. I could have cheated, you know, if I'd realised it was going to last as long as it did, Mark, I probably would have, in hindsight, I probably would have spent some time and actually added seasons in, gone through a whole growth cycle of the cattle or something, just, you know, spent through time just to set it up so it was kind of at a similar spot where it was, where the cows were producing milk and everything was sort of reset, but I didn't. So I think I've got, I reckon, leading into FS22, I reckon I've got maybe one new series in the pipeline, maybe two. Definitely one. But what would everyone's thoughts? I'd appreciate you guys letting me know. What do you think is the best American map out there. PC can be 4 times. Probably prefer it to be 4 times, to be honest. But what's your thoughts on that? What the best one would be? Zach, how many rows is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 12. 12 row planter. So it's got, I think it's 11 meters wide as it plants. So it covers some ground. It's very good. But yeah, what are your thoughts on a good, and it doesn't need to be one that's only come out in the last year. It could be one that was out a couple of years ago and you just think sort of really captured an area or something like that. Oops, didn't turn on. Disturbed, welcome along, mate. Nice to have you here. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Joining us here on Red Dirt County, we are planting some potatoes using the Sputnik pack that was released through custom modding. Yeah, I'm loving Oklahoma right now. Oklahoma does look good. I've really, it's got a lot of features in that across it, a lot of interest, I guess, be one way to put it. Stone Valley's great. Stone Valley's good in that it was, I just think it was a really good one that Lancey did for consoles. Kind of neat to see an old map to compare it to the current maps. Well, I had planned on doing a series on Lincoln Creek, but I think, you know, it's been out for a month or so now, and I think it's been, you know, there's enough out there to it, so I just thought, you know, it might be cool to go back to one that's been out for a wee while and one I haven't played on and have a look at it, revisit it. The two sides been busy playing Oklahoma. Amazing map for your little multiplayer. Kim's doing Oklahoma right now with seasons. Here we go, Oklahoma seems like a pretty popular map. Mark Williamson, welcome along. Nice to see you today. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Ways back and played on a Don Diego map. Haven't even seen that one score. Yeah, Lone Oak's a pretty special map. I agree, Scott. Lone Oak's one I actually just did a little save game on console, actually. Does the grass change colour? And I didn't realise that. That is pretty cool. Alright, 30%. I don't think we are going to get through this field without having to top up again. Oh, seeing that I need to have some fries now. All the potatoes, is it? Look at them all in there. It was originally on FS17, was an early FS19 conversion. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at that. I haven't heard of that. Northwest is a great mix of small and big field. Good suggestions. Playing on 9-day seasons, Kim. How are you finding that? Most I think I've ever played on with seasons is 6 days. Of course, I think I've got this one set at 3, which is not the recommended. That was at 3, yeah, 2. Alright. Yep. We're gonna have to top up again. Wild West 16 times. There is indeed that one too. Wild West never appealed to me. I don't know why. Not sure what it was about it. I played on a multiplayer server, and it might have been that I was playing a multiplayer server, and it was in the wrong time zone for me, and it was always dark, and it was big and laggy on a multiplayer. Might have been that. I'm not sure. You had the lag as well, Scorp. Was that even on a single player? It's interesting. Let's use the sell points yard there that's been around on. Overplant back over where we've just planted a little bit. Need to lower it first. I'm trying to remember now how I had Courseplay working on this. It didn't need to turn it on and off every time, unless it did it on its own. Which Courseplay is smart enough that it knew it had to, when it lifted it up, it turned off and knew it had to turn it back on to start again. It's just too big for single play, you think? Yeah, although I'm playing Western Australia 16x and it's not too big. On a big 8 map X816 with plenty of big fields and forest. And I think that's where Liberty Fields was going to sort of fill some of that void for people. I think Legion. When Julian finishes that off and releases it, that would be very cool. You do have a particular style of playing, Scott, which might suit those bigger maps a little bit better too. I heard Georgetown, it's a good suggestion too, Scott. Georgetown is a there's some people say some people have performance issues on that one. Is that one of the ones that has dynamic mud built into it? I know that there's a few around there. Nebraska lands as well, Aaron. I've been looking at Midtown, Medicine Creek. What was it? Fields of Medicine County, Farms of Medicine County. I always knew it as FOMC. I'm not going to get back down. Was only 5%. It's alright. UMRV was one of the other ones that I was looking at. Your playstyle was built for huge maps, certainly was. Alright, we're at least going to have enough seed to get to the end of this pass. So as I watch the numbers count down. Ooh. Right, dust. Okay, right. Let's go and get this topped up. I think Wild West was a bit basic visually, but it was one of the first real big maps. Right, where am I going to have to park this time? Sneak down here. Right. So we've got 3 boxes left on the other side. Be able to get 2 of them at least from this side. I wonder if this is going to be enough seed to finish that off. Yeah. I think Wild West paved the way for Kaz to make some other great maps though. And he tunes them out, like that old Kiwi map he's just released. He did that, what seemed to be really quick. I know he sort of shared some photos on his Facebook page only less than a month ago of some of the basics of the river and the bridge, but without any sort of clear field definitions or anything like that, and then next thing you know it's out. Let's put that down there for now. Certainly you wouldn't want to play some of those bigger maps without auto drive course play. So I didn't quite have that bin on properly. Do now. Got him. I would say try and escape, but it probably will try and spit itself out. Oh, slowly. More gentle with the way I tip those bins. What you liked about Wild West was the big spaces, factories, and multi-fruit hops, so you can fill the beer factory. Yeah, there was some pretty cool things added there. I'll tell you what, some of the maps that are already planned for FS22 is going to be pretty cool. Ola's one, Renaboo, obviously. Calmsden Farm, Oxygen, David, what he's got planned. There's... what else is there? Oh, how am I going to get this one to go around the other side? Liberty Fields, if it doesn't come to 19 first. If MRG's working on his Al-Qaeda map, 16x. We're talking about all sorts of other stuff. Marksville, doing Marksville again, but as a 4x. Which will be pretty cool. Oops, I'm trying to square it up so it's easy to pick up. There we go. Your farm was a beer factory. A farming agency going to re-release Charwell. Is that for FS22 Disturbed? Pretty cool. I actually need to catch up on the Farm Sim show from yesterday with Alien Paul on it. Hear a little bit about what they talked about with Maze Plus and those kind of things. Absolutely, there's so many different ways, different maps that you should be able to find one that suits you. If you want a big map that's got a few fields but not many, but also a lot of forestry and other things, Yukon River Valley. It's a very cool map. Cool, man. With all their stuff on, that'd be cool. So 22nd November, what's people's thoughts? Are we going to see some maps released? I think we'll see some mods certainly released before Christmas. But is a month enough time for a mapper to have things how they want it, ready to go? Not quite sure if it's going to be. There'll be someone who'll want to. There'll be someone who'll be working on a map now that we don't even know about, ready for FS22. Jake Maynard, asking how you're travelling, mate. Good to see you. Nice to see you as well, buddy. I am doing well, thank you. She was feeling a little bit dusty when I woke up this morning. Much brighter now. Just finishing off getting some potatoes planted. Sucker for punishment. Here we are. Just going to have to cross my fingers and hope we have enough seed to get this all done. Let's sneak across here because we can run in a nice straight line. Get lowered down again and turned on. We're off. You want to play vanilla for a while on FS22? Yeah, and I think it'll take a wee while for people to get their heads around and try out all the different bits and pieces that come with 22. All the new machinery, the new factories, or production chains, I want to call it. I think it'll be fun too. But yeah. It's funny how a lot of people have picked up on the graphics that's shown off in the latest fact sheets, thinking that they look better than we've seen to date. Jake, have I played the New Zealand map yet? Which one are you talking about, buddy? The old Kiwi farm or whatever it is? Old Kiwi farm. I haven't. I've taken a bit of a look at it. It's just, I don't know. I know he says it's sort of based on the area of Hawke's Bay where he is from, where Kaz is from. Doesn't quite, for me, capture New Zealand. There's actually a couple of other little maps called Otangi. There was one called Otangiwai and the other one's called Waiwa. What's it called? I want to say Waiwakaio, but I don't think that's quite right. Waitaki maybe. Which to me, if you want to play on a map that sounds, feels like New Zealand, they do a much better job. Just have that more authentic vibe. They were released through a Facebook page. I've had a play around on both. I was actually going to try and do a little map tour of them as a combined map tour because I thought it was kind of cool. But I had all sorts of issues with some of the animal pens and I haven't figured out what it was. So I parked doing that. Which, I don't know, I kind of want to go back and turn that answer on again. Go back and see if I can figure out what the problem was. I tried to get in touch with the guy who made them and he's like, I haven't had any problems, so didn't seem that keen to help. Right, bets on whether we're going to get to the end of this field. I don't think we are. We're going to finish this little piece and we're going to have that strip down the middle there. We're going to have no seed. David, welcome along. Nice to have you here all the way from the Czech Republic, is it? Enjoy the Western Australia series. Well, thank you very much for coming in and saying hello. Nice to have you here. And pleased to hear you enjoying that series. In fact, we're going to be a long way away. I don't even know if we're going to get these two little bits finished. Going down way too fast. Well, I hope you're having a nice weekend, David. A Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening for you, I expect. Just we're going to spend the whole stream planting potatoes. I don't expect it to take as long as it has. Alright, I think we'll just we'll leave that little strip bare there. We won't bother about going back and planting that, but we are going to run out. I don't even know if we're going to finish this little piece. We are not. We are so short. Right, well, we're just going to do a little bit of a cheat here. Fill that with potatoes. Just so we can finish it off. Hope I haven't offended anyone by doing that. Alright, we'll run it along and we'll get that last strip done. we'll be finished. I'll be able to return the unused seed back to the co-op. I get through between the signs. Dust. Right. Thanks, Bearded Gamer. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And not sure when you're streaming next, but for those of you in chat who don't know, Bearded Gamer has a Twitch channel. Saying earlier he's playing on Oklahoma at the moment, so yeah, get a chance, jump over, find him on Twitch. I think he often shares his stream in our Discord anyhow, so go and join in on the fun with him next time if you can. Alright, I'll just have to run over this little piece here as well, with the grass. Not sure where the boundary of our land is. See what that means. Still letting us plant, that's alright. Dean, you're playing on the No Creek farm. Any idea why I can't get the milk working from the dairy? No. I know the trigger, when I use it, I have to back right in. It's very, very small trigger centered in the milk vats. So I know it took me a little bit to find it, and I do have to be quite particular about backing back in. What tanker are you trying to pick it up with? I know if you're using the TLX liquid tanker, the one that we've got over there, you can see in the distance. It took me a while to figure that one out, about how to open the covers and get that working. But there we go, get this all folded up and back over to the yard. Yeah, that's probably the only things I can suggest at the moment, Dean. Alright, in the interests of tidiness, we will empty that out using easy dev, so we only got the seed we needed to finish that little piece. Got a strong wear map on this, or dirt map. So I'll come in here, park next to the pressure washer. Actually, give it a nice clean off. Using the lizard. Oh, okay, I haven't tried that one yet. Actually, I was looking at buying it on No Creek Farms sometime soon. Yeah, it's very. So for the tanker I'm using, I basically have to back and almost be touching the milk vats to get the trigger. If you've got the console commands up as well, you can press F5 and spot where the triggers are. So, for example, if I just come over here, jump into the big pen, but run along here, you can see like this orange box here is the trigger for the feed trigger. Took me a while to find. And there's another box out here. This one here is the trigger for the buying the pigs. That's that box, if you can just see along that outline. So if you've got the console commands, it's just on F5. You might be able to see where that trigger is, if that's what the issue is. At least it's one way to know that you're in the right place. Alright, right, what's next on the list? I want to go down and get some chickens. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find our big truck. Let's head off. Where is our dump truck? Right there. Yeah, what's this silo? It's corn. Trying to remember which one our wheat is. I'm going to take some wheat down and we're going to go buy some chickens. We're going to get the chickens delivered. Okay. I don't know how much wheat we're going to need, but we'll get a fair amount. Okay, 50%. We'll, right, we got actually 7,000 bushels. We'll take the whole lot. Got more than enough. Any we don't use we could take down to the flour mill or do something with. I don't think we've got a silo down where the chickens are. So we're going to go down and buy some chickens so we can have some eggs, which will help us add to all our production elements. I think we need the eggs. I'll look at my list for the cookies. The cookie factory. Right. Away to the races. We've only got, in terms of planting, 58 and 59 to go. I think we were going to put some cotton into those. And once we pass this bridge, we'll just bring up the seasons. Made that safe. So we're into the planting window for cotton. It's just not quite warm enough. Not far off though. So hopefully day 3 of spring we should be good to plant that. And that will be all our crops planted. And start thinking about weed control and whether we're going to do some more hay. I think we need some more, definitely need some more hay and some more silage for the cow feed mixer. Just up here, this here on our right is our pig pen, which we've added in. This is a placeable one which has capacity for 400 chickens. 4,000, I wish. I was hoping that Trailer Park Farms might have released their big one by now, but not yet. I'm pretty sure if we just back in there where our wheat goes, I'm not sure if it's going to take any. No, because there's no chickens. We'll get some chickens and then it'll take that, but that's the trigger. This end here is where all the eggs spawn. We go down the other end. We've got our chickens in their boxes. So I'm just going to go through here. We're just going to, if I had the mod, I need to have the mod on where I could just hold the enter down and buy these, but we're just going to fill the coop up with these white leghorns. So 400 of them should get us to about 2,400. Make the camera shake as I tap enter repeatedly. Oh, on the mouse button. Can I click mouse click faster? Eggs nice and you can make an omelette. Indeed you can. Go with the bacon as well. Scott, don't know if anyone's mentioned it's been 20 years. I know, right? It's Crazy to think it's been 20 years since 9/11. I don't know how anyone could ever forget it either. It's just one of those things, it's just capacity. Alright, here we go. Chickens. Funnily enough, when there's no light, the colouring on them doesn't render very well. Then you turn your torch on and they're nice and white. Here we go. All roaming around out there, so we'll see how much wheat they're going to take now. Oh, hardly any. I wonder what this silo over here is. If this is a wheat silo, this would be fantastic. Let's see if we can put some wheat in this one. Can't remember because obviously the silos are all... Oh, I could. A lot of them are single crop type. So maybe this is a multiple one. Awesome. Egg and chorizo breakfast burritos sound good. Well, steak and eggs a lot better. Depends whether you're talking about breakfast, lunch or dinner, of course. Alright, oh that's a good deal. We've got that set up there, so we can just ship wheat back and forth. Need to get the tractor back down here. That's what I was using with the cows. Needed that front loader. Right. Let us go. We were actually showing it, explaining it all to our kids last night, Scott, with because it was on the news. They couldn't comprehend it all. Explain what had happened and why. Brings back sort of, it's one of those events where everyone knows where they were when they heard about it, or what you were doing at the time. But from my point of view, I was actually studying architecture. So from a more of a, and obviously not a why, but a how, from the design point of view of the buildings and how they, what caused them to collapse. It was kind of an eye-opening way to look at it. Alright, we'll have to come back and tidy that mess up later. Can stay there for now. Not too big on steak for breakfast. Yeah, I'm not a steak for breakfast type of person either. I do steak for lunch. Steak for lunch or dinner. Alright. Let's just park that there for now. Right, what's next on the list? That's how that didn't take long to do the chickens at all. We've got some spraying to do. So over here, Patrick's been driving something else or someone else. Now, who have we got? Oh, there's Scott. Get Scott. Scott's here. Scott can do some work. All right. I'm hoping this has already got some herbicide in it, so we'll go and top it up. And then we've got some weeds to spray over in our winter wheat. Remember which one's our herbicide tank? I think it's the small one down here. There we go, it is filling. There's no trigger to show that it was. Surprise, surprise, you're working. But you wouldn't have been sleeping, Mark. We've just got a cow. There's not too many weeds in here. A couple of. Actually, they. Oh, there's a few weeds. I was looking at that. I was looking at that screen and thought those spots were weeds, but they're a failed crop. But if we look on that one, there's quite a few weeds around. Some coming through on 62 already. A few over on 8. So we could actually spray quite a bit of weeds. Ideal breakfast is bacon, eggs over easy, and hash browns. That sounds pretty good to me, Scorp. Alright, so this is not the new Trident, this is the Patriot, which has been available for some time now. Haven't tried the Trident yet. I'm looking forward to getting that into a map somewhere, giving that a try out. But let's get this all unfolded and we'll run around and do this field. Because of course with precision farming, I think 8 soybeans, isn't it? Didn't actually, those soybeans didn't actually need any nitrogen. So apart from having to put some fertilizer on 63 and plant 58 and 59, we're going to be able to skip forward to harvesting pretty quickly. Right. Put that on there and we're off. It was a tricky field, this one, to do with GPS of a funny shape. I think I'm hitting the milk trigger. Says the selected silo is empty. Start is grayed out. No worries, we'll figure it out. So you're playing, have you got cow? You've obviously got cows, Dean, in the on the farm. Are you playing with seasons? If you're playing with seasons, just check if they haven't started producing milk yet. You see they take 3/4 of a season cycle to, I guess is it stage 8 of seasons, once you've had cows, to actually get some milk out of them. But pleased that you have hopefully found the trigger. Alright, try not to put any herbicide into the river. I think the locals will be too happy with that. Oops. Turn it off, don't hop out. Yeah, bacon and eggs, big one for me. Scorpion. Definitely have grilled bacon. Poached eggs though. Actually scrambled's my favourite. But we often have poached eggs. That's because that's how Mr. Darksy Gaming likes to cook them. So if he's going to cook me poached eggs, I'm not going to complain. Bacon, sausages, scrambled eggs, fried eggs, hash browns, chips, beans, toast and coffee. Mark Thor actually is Thor. Or a full Irish breakfast. Forgot how much straw we actually left on this field. Didn't pick up much off that one. Interesting that it hasn't deteriorated more with seasons. I thought that a lot of that straw would have disappeared by now. Still just there. Used to both cows and seasons. Okay, we'll wait. Thank you again. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So they won't. Yeah, if you're only just if you've only just got the cows, you got to wait till they've produced a calf. So if you go through the animal screen, you'll see how many days it will be to till next animal. So as soon as you see that number in your herd increase, you should start getting some milk. Just beer for breakfast, Aaron. I need to sell some more product out of that storage shed as well. Certainly affects our frame rates when I'm looking in that direction. Excuse me. Amazing how often these streams end up talking about food. Common interest. You go next animal in 0.7 years. There you go. So each point is a seasons cycle. So early, mid, late would be 3. So depending where you are, you'll be able to plan on when you get your next animal. So the other thing to think about too is if you are feeding them TMR at the moment, it's probably not worth it because you're not going to get the best productivity out of them until they're producing milk. So if you've just got silage or hay, it's often just as good to be feeding them that. Alright, this is where I'm going to be struggling. They're giving me a wet texture on this. It is a little bit, isn't it? Very hard to see. Not as dark and pronounced on this red soil as it is normally. See it through the middle there. There we go. Straw's still there because of the dry environment. Yep. Yep, it hasn't rained, has it really? In fact, I haven't even looked at the weather forecast. Right, must be a piece in here somewhere that still needs to be done. Okay, see a bit of a lighter coloured piece in here. Rascal. Yeah, you can go with them. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't he? Okay, he told me he needs to play with you. So I wanted. Mini me. Right, I think Is all our weeds gone? I've got rid of all the weeds. I don't know if I've quite covered the field. See, it's a bit hard. I know it looks like there might be a little piece in there. No doubt if we didn't do that bit, there'd be some weeds will pop up. All the crops ready. Right. Bit of a haphazard way to be spraying weeds. That field just makes it so difficult. Alright, turn that off, get it folded up. So we'll need this again soon. We're going to have to go over pretty much all the fields. Now, we'll just mark it back up in here. Zoom in so I can see where I'm going. Oops. Put in here next to the pterogoda is good. Right. So, what next on the list? Got some pigs to sell. I think we might. Just wondering, is it worth? I'll have a look at the seasons. So it's 64 degrees for cotton. We're here. I'm just wondering. By the end of the day, it's going to be warm enough. I'm looking at all those. So I just wonder whether I might plant it anyhow. Got some good weather coming through. Possibly some rain on Tuesday. I do want to get some hay cut. What I'm thinking I might do for hay this season is got this alfalfa down here on these fields. I'm hoping is growing. Here it is growing. So we might go down and cut some of that. We also have a lot of grass down there we could mow. All of this area around here. Just grass. So we could come down and do some hay on some of these areas maybe. Or some silage. Although I might use the corn we've done in here for the silage. But it makes sense to do it down here because that's where we want it all. The silage put in for the feeders. So I think we might take a bit of a gamble on the weather. Jump in here and go and plant our cotton. So we'll just change over the seed. Here we go. I'm going to get some of this topped up. Got the big KC6000 there on the back. Okay, we'll get some fertilizer in there. And then we'll go and get this cotton planted. Alright, must have space in tanker on the back. Zoom out far enough. The flags. And guys at Ford Egg. Great. So our own little customized cart there. Great looking 3D tracks as well. I reckon that almost, and it's not actually a mod technically, but I reckon the is it Painter Farm modding who came up with the track array script. I think that could just about be one of the best mods for Farm Sim over the last year. How much it has improved the appearance and aesthetic of some of the mods. Being able to get those 3D tracks, and particularly considering where 3D tracks were 8 or 9 months ago with some conjecture with giants and modders. Frosty, thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully catch you in the next stream. Alright, that should be enough. Oops, turned too tightly, but just want to get over here and closer to this seed fill. Hayes, Anxie, what is the decrypting code for the canola? What do you mean by decrypting code? Shouldn't need to be any code. Where have you got that pack from? Is that the one did I share it on Discord? Have you got that from Discord? Back of the flags shouldn't be reversed. Because it depends how they've done it. I'm not going to complain. Right. Blogstar Gaming, good morning to you, sir. Hope you are well. Right. I had unfolded it. Must still be unfolding. But here we go. Put that down there and let's get going. It's a bit of an overkill having this big card on the back of this planter. Nice to try out anyhow. If it, I can't remember off the top of my head, Hayes, whether it was whether I shared it or not. Have a quick look. You do have plenty of that in Australia, mate. Certainly do. Yeah, the canola sword. So I don't think there should be a decryption. Like if you were clicking on that mega file link and it's asking for a decryption, try doing it either in a different browser or just try clicking on it. I've had that a few times where Mega's asked for a decryption code for something. It doesn't actually need it. It's got itself confused somehow. How am I harvesting the cotton, Mark? Don't know yet. Don't know. I was actually just thinking either the John Deere round balers or the in-game case square ones, the default ones. But I haven't decided yet. In northwest Texas into Oklahoma as well, Blogster, yep. Lots of red dirt up there, isn't there, Scorp? Yeah, is it Control F5 which does a full refresh of a page when you've opened it or something too? Shift F5, I can't remember which one it is. But I've had it before where something's popped up and said you need a code and then you try and download it again from exactly the same link on the same browser and it doesn't have any issues at all. Let's just bring our minimap up and make sure our nitrogen is heating up. Just bring up that menu. Should tell us. There we go. Increasing nitrogen level to optimal value for cotton on a loamy sand. Let's try to get to about 100 kilograms a hectare. That's why we're getting yellow, not a full green like some other crops need. I think we'll go around maybe just once and then I might do some GPS across the field, doing those long runs. And that'll leave us just these little pieces up in here to do a bit more manually. It'll be good to be able to finish off with all our crops planted for this year again. Getting cotton on the Western Australia map, baling was a nightmare. Which ones did you use, Jake? Did you use the case ones or the John Deere DLC playlist? Bosco, welcome. How are you? Nice of you to join. Which mod is giving information about helpers that you have in the top left corner? Something inspector mod. I can't remember the name of it exactly. Just have a look here in my mod folder. Vehicle inspector, I think it might be. I can't remember exactly. Oops, I've missed a whole piece there. Pretty sure it might be called vehicle inspector, but I can't be exactly certain with that. Okay, Scorpion's saying inspector mod, so. Jake, you're using the John Deere DLC. Oh, see, did you watch, did you try doing a Courseplay bale collection course? Alright. I watch where I'm going, yeah. I was looking at the mod. I was looking at my mod folder to see which mod it was. No worries, Bosco. In the corner of my mouth there. Dexa, hello, welcome. Nice to have you here. There you go, Mark's probably just shared a link for that vehicle inspector mod. And Dex is saying the same thing. No worries, Bosco. A very helpful bunch around here. He's always happy to share our knowledge. Scorpion's found a version 2. Is it the same one or a different one? I know there's a couple of different ones that do it different ways as well. Was this planter a direct drill? Apparently. It's working for me, Blogster. Frame rate's not working for me when I look that direction though. That's all of those pallets sitting in that storage shed. Oh, you tried the lens mode, Dexa, and it worked perfectly. I'm pleased to hear that. Please do hear that worked out for you. So turn the course auto drive off there. Or a GPS. We'll set that up along this edge. Okay. Get it width set to 60 foot. No offsets, nope. There we go. Alright, we'll drive looking backwards because I know that's not going to have any frame rate issues. So would I looking the other way? Yeah, so I think like just talking about this drill Blogster, I think it's got, if I can get right angle on it, you can see there the wheels on the front, the row cleaning unit, so if you're planting into stubble or something, that would throw the stubble out of the way, and then creates the groove for the seed to drop into. That's how I understand it anyhow. Looking forward to the next video on Western Australia. Well, I am working on it. I've got it, I haven't actually started recording it yet, but hopefully this week. Obviously the map tour of the 4X was instead of that this week. We'll try and get one out soon, very soon. Alright, if I skip a row on our turn, go down +2, there it is, make it a bit easier. Chewing through the seed though, already almost halfway down. Today you tried the seeder, but it gave me the notice it needed to be unloaded. What did I do wrong? Do I know that? No. Unloaded. Unloaded, unfolded. I don't know why you'd have to unload it. Are you using the JHHG modding version, Dexter? That seems strange. Yeah, I don't know why it would want to be unloaded. Does seem, yeah, it does seem weird. Kim, thank you very much for joining us today. Hope you've had a nice Saturday and enjoy the rest of your weekend. But thank you again very much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you again next time. Rusty Money Gaming, our favourite police officer. Welcome in, mate. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Di Paulo, hope I've pronounced that right. Hi from Brazil. Welcome along from all the way from Brazil. Hope you are doing well. Oh, you got that from my spreadsheet. Okay, should be the JHG version then. You off too, Scott? Nice to have you here if you are. Time to go. There we go. Well, thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to have you here as always. Catch up with you again soon. Looking forward to another little known West Texas fact later in the week. That bat one was pretty cool. You're doing well. If anyone hasn't seen those, it's worth checking the comments in the West Texas videos. Scott's always leaving a little LKWT, little known West Texas fact on each one. So anyhow, take care, Scott, and we'll catch you next time. Couple of days off, Rusty. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You're spending a bit of time on the farm. G'day Black Book, nice to see you, buddy. Hope you are enjoying your weekend. A nice review on Western Australia, thank you, sir. Lancy's done a great job with refreshing it, adding all those features in. It's looking good. Very good. We're getting our last crops in Red Dirt County, getting some cotton planted. So I think other than sugarcane, I would have just about been through the full gambit of crops that we can have on this. Vlog, stay off to bed, mate. No worries, must have been working night shift, were you? Thanks for coming in and saying hi, and hope you have a nice rest, and catch up with you again next time, mate. Oh, thank you very much, DePolo. Appreciate that. Always nice to have those comments. Always blows me away actually when people like you come in and say that, and it's, you know, I'm genuinely honoured that people enjoy watching how I play and inspired by it. I love when someone said, oh, they're playing the same map as me, and you know, Western Australia was on. Do you know, I was reading, I don't know why, but I was reading Reddit yesterday, and there was some posts about the Western Australia and all that sort of thing, and people commented on the 16X, and someone had shared my playlist for it. Said, go and check this out, you know, see how he's playing it with all the course play and everything like that. I was like, wow, actually people are, you know, sharing things and using my content to show others how to do it, which I thought was, you know, that was pretty cool. Do you keep your equipment clean too? We better. We'll have to have words if he doesn't score. Dex, $10, €10 super chat. Thank you very much. Cal, come in and say hello for the best series, Western Australia. Love to watch every episode. Helps me a lot. Well, I'm pleased to hear that, mate. Thank you very much for that super chat. There we go. There it is, up on the screen. I've actually, I was writing a list yesterday, and I've been thinking about doing a little. I know there's plenty of series, plenty of videos out there for course play, but I thought, and auto drive, but I thought, hey, why not? I might give it a go and just do some general videos on how I've used it. And it might not be the right way, it might not be the best way, but if in some way I can explain, maybe through some of the ways I've used it a little bit better, then I thought I might give it a go. Might be a bit late to the bus, a bit late to the party. My head is starting to fill the cutout. Do I need to move closer? I trust you to bring me back down to earth, Mark. Thank you. Keep me honest. So, what are we? Just 17% seed left. Chilling through it pretty quick. We're chilling through the field pretty quick though, because we're over all the way over here. Only got really, what, 4 passes there and these 2 little bits to do. Oh, once again, Dexter, thank you very much for the super chat. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. pleased to hear that the episodes have been helping you. So take care, mate. Have a nice rest, and hope to see you in another stream again soon. Do you have a pin to reduce the swelling? Just some honest, brutal criticism of one of my videos will do, Black Book. Just throw it all out there. Tell me I don't suit the glasses I'm wearing. The hat's terrible. Yes, always everything very clean, even in real life, because I work with agriculture. Good to hear, DePaulo. Thank you, Wyatt. Probably a little bit overkill with the big liquid tank there on the back, but I hadn't had a chance to use it out, so we got it last time, and I'm just carrying on with it this time too. Alright, what are we? 13% seed, we're right there. Let's set it up. Swing it around without catching any of those silos. Might head up and do some of these little bits up in here. Never too late. It seems I still learn new ways every day for the game. Thanks, Rusty. Yeah, maybe it's something I could look at doing. It's always incredible from a statistics point of view how well map tours seem to do. I guarantee that if I do a map tour, and I don't do a huge amount of them, guarantee that it will almost always be, very early on at least, one of the top performing videos. I thought that when I took the screenshot and parked at Mark. I'm losing my touch. I think there's only so much pressure washing people can endure. Actually wonder, what did I suggest to FSG when we were coming up with our From the Field name? Said maybe we could call ourselves the Clean and Dirty Farmers. What was it? Clean and Dirty Farmers. There's Only Farms. And what was the third one we came up with? Can't remember. Or we settled on From the Field. Cheers, Mark. It's always a balance on a map tour. I don't know whether people want to know everything that goes on or just get a feel for a map. I'm more of a, I just want to know what a map, the map's always going to have sell points, it's going to have farms. But what's it, what does it feel like? Is it, what sort of style of map and what sort of atmosphere it gives you? Dirty Old Farmers, that would have been a good one. Welcome along, Skipper. Sneaking in there with that suggestion. %4 seed. We got up in here. Oh, I don't like those frames every time I turn around. Might have to be a logistics episode again to try and sell some of those things while we're waiting for our crops to be ready. Saw a baler the other day. It was the size of a caravan. A big caravan or a small? What do you define as a caravan? Some of those Heston balers get pretty big. Remember when I was a young fella and we had a truck on the farm which got stuck, and we ended up having Dad's tractor couldn't pull it out. We got the neighbour or one of the locals' tractors came in. It's a big, I always want to say it was an old like John Deere pivot steer articulated tractor, and he had a big baler hooked up, like a big piston. I think we actually ended up with another tractor. I think there was 3 tractors all trying to pull this truck out. Nice shout there, Scorp. Thank you, indeed. Go check in with Rusty. He's often live streaming. He does some great challenges. Always entertaining stream to watch. Oh, thank you to Paulo. Thank you for that offer and invitation. Certainly would love to make it to Brazil at some stage. I'm going to sneak through this way so we're heading in the right direction. So just wait for us to finish folding up. Or fold up enough at least so we can sneak through the gap. Holy frames, Batman. It was bigger than the T8 pulling it. Was it a newish baler, Mark, or an older style one? It's our seed. Here it is. I'd like to know where seed fert line buy points are, if any, on maps. That's good to know, Blake Block. Sometimes it's hard to tell, like, are they actually a trigger or buy point or not, as well. Sometimes you get the ones that are just a decorative tank or something and you can't actually use them. Others require you to own the land to be able to use them, so... because the weight of the tank is actually pulling the tractor back as that's unfolding. Normally it would pull the planter forward. Looks like a new crone. Oh, yeah. I must say that the straw harvest baler, I got that installed. I don't think I do. No, I don't. The Primos, the pallet baler, that's pretty big. Drones are huge. Just what are we? First couple of weeks of spring, and we're starting to see a bit more agricultural equipment around our place now, out on the roads. See all the dairy farmers are cranking into gears, sort of getting into the busy time of year for them. A lot more milk tankers on the road. We live on where we are. We have a dairy factory only a few k's away, and then there's a rather large one. It's about a 2-hour drive away, and they go back and forth between the two factories. And the road which we look out on has, you can, some days you can look out there and there'll be 5 or 6 milk tankers just bumper to bumper heading along. JP Farming, how's it going from the UK? Welcome along. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining the stream. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Hope you're having a nice, relaxing Saturday. I was going to say Sunday evening. It's Sunday morning for me, so Saturday evening for you. A little bit there I'm going to miss. Be able to pick that up when we come down and do this infield as well. Not forget about that one. I only just looked at the time. We've been going for a couple of hours already. Those potatoes took a long time to get planted. Should have known. As you're on console slots, purchase a BGA and everything sells. I enjoy starting from a clear space. That's yeah, that was it's always a good one to find out. Of course, if you're on PC, you can't find out what the slots are. But a lot of my map tour, like, because there's so many people out there, Mr. Silly P does a great job with his map tours for console players. Farmer Klein's obviously done a huge number of map tours. Just the number alone of map tour videos he's done is amazing. Primos is long though, this one was tall as well, all of the T8. So a lot, yeah, as I was saying, a lot of the map tours I've done are kind of, I wouldn't say so, I suppose they're not so much niche. You know, Lincoln Creek, I was lucky enough that MRG gave me a chance to do that one first. It was pretty cool. American Life Farming, again, being an early release one, we don't actually find out the slot count. There's no way to know the slot count until it's actually available on the mod hub. Which time often you've had the chance to do the map tour already. What have you found is the best way to manage your slot count, Rusty? I know you've got your mods that you love and want to use all the time. Do you find as you jump between series or videos that you want to download a new mod, you're having to delete something? Because obviously the maps take up a huge amount of space. Visually, not too bad. We'll get this finished off. It'll be fine. The family is stirring. It is awake o'clock. Yeah, always purchase one. That's one of the best bits of advice ever for console players. Is there's something you want to use, buy two of them, because once you get the second one in there, they don't count on the slot counts. Well, they do, but they only count once. 8530 on a chrome baler, big tractor, yep. But what about, it's probably more thinking about your actual storage capacity that you have on console as well. It would be great if they didn't include maps, if they gave you more hard drive space. Storage below 90%. I've heard that that's better for performance on console as well. Have you thought about going to PC, Rusty? Do you edit everything on... I suppose you're live streaming, aren't you? So you're live streaming through... Do you do everything off the PlayStation, or do you run it through a PC? Like, do you just... Yeah, have you just got your PlayStation directly connected to YouTube? If something new comes, I can go shopping again. Exactly. Yeah. You edit on Shoe Factory. It's impressive. What about frame rates? Like, I'll tell you what, we'll do some in-cab when we get to the other end of the field. We're not looking back at the storage shed. You've got PC too. He's starting a chant mark. Go to the dark side. Bit of a shame we can't get creator codes or partner codes for console purchases. That kind of sucks. It was interesting actually. I don't know if anyone saw DJ put a post up on YouTube asking about what people play on, and I knew that the community was largely console. I didn't realise how swayed it was. I think he was only 27% of respondents. There was 12,000 people answered the survey. Only 27%, so less than a third were on PC. The remainder were across Xbox and PS4, yes, or PlayStation. That was quite staggering actually. I knew it was huge, but maybe his audience is more console based than PC based, but goes to show why you get a lot of people asking, is this on console? Or wanting things on console. So what would be the one PC mod, if you could have it rusty on PS4, would you want? Flash Gaming 2020, hello to you, welcome along. Fairly new to your channel, but really enjoying your videos. Well, thank you. Saying to someone else who came in who was relatively new, always nice to hear that. That's a good point, Mark. That's what I was wondering. Oh, I'm going to miss the strip. No. Boys are getting excited. They must be they're either playing Minecraft or FIFA. Okay, back on track. Oh, the mod to delete, like, hide object, yeah. Okay. I hadn't thought about that one, but that would be pretty useful if that was the one thing you could have. Being able to edit, basically be able to edit your maps beyond even what, yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. I hadn't thought about that. Like if there's, I think I've only done it once. In terms of wanting to delete something off a map when on my Perfect Valley playthrough, I was clearing some land and wanted to convert it into some grassland. Just kind of a, just scrubby little forest. I managed to cut down all these trees and sell them, and then there was a whole lot I couldn't actually do anything with. I tried everything, T-Rex, all the tricks I've learnt, and nothing would cut these trees down, so it was the one time I've gone into Giants Editor to change that. Hide objects mod, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Was playing an idea and a must. Yeah. Auto drive's actually not, not having auto drive on console is not actually that bad because they're only 2 times maps, so they don't take too long to get from A to B. We've had issues with using that hide objects mod in multiplayers. We tried it with FSG's Homeworld multiplayer server mark, and it seemed to cause a whole lot of issues. Could have been the way the map was written though, because I think depending on how objects are nested in Giant's editor as to what you actually hide. But yeah, multiplayer didn't like that one too much. Could you imagine keeping a combine going straight? And it's hard enough keeping a combine in a straight line at 6 miles per hour. Score. I couldn't imagine trying to drive a combine in a straight line at 25 miles per hour. Oh, thank you very much, Rusty. It's nice to be able to chat with other creators and help out, share info. It's the best part about this community. Everyone sees it, but it really is. And it's great to get to know other people like yourself. Alright, what have we got? This little piece in here to do, and then I think I'm going to get in trouble at home, but get that little bit of cotton planted. Oh, he must have heard you talking, Rusty. He's back. If they'd follow me, we could get a convoy of patrol units and visit FSG to not keeping things clean. Yeah. Seeing he's back, and you've just said that, Rusty, we'll put our little special code in there. Flash Gaming, your favourite mod is the tool height controller for harvesters, so you can harvest faster. I haven't tried that out. Have you seen the trick that everyone's been doing lately, which is to put a combine on the back of one of the low loaders and turn it on, and you can drive that through the field fast if you've got crop destruction turned off? Or is Ohio out, is it, Mark? I haven't seen that. I'll have a notification somewhere. Yep, that'll be my breakfast watching. Cup of coffee and some Ohio horsepower. Ways listing. So we all sorted, all good for West Texas tonight, FSG, or your morning? We've got plenty of work to do still. I think Rusty said he had a couple of days off FSG. So using his time to catch up on some stream. We're ready for West Texas. Awesome. Looking forward to it as always. I think there's a rugby game on before. Well, it actually starts about an hour before we'll be doing our recording, so I'll have to watch the first half and then I'll catch the second half delayed later on. Playing Argentina tonight. Wife's watching Hallmark and you're watching Farm Sim. Good times. See, I'd be watching Farm Sim and my wife would be watching something like Real Housewives of, I don't know, pick a luxury state or luxury province in America and it'll be Real Housewives of it. It's her guilty sin. I'll be on, I'll jump on a little bit earlier and make sure the cattle are all fed like I normally do, FSG. Just keep your feet up, you rest well. And I'll make sure the tractor's up and running. Get your air conditioning going for you. Right, the last little piece, and that'll be this field. Oh, and that little bit right down in the corner. Can't miss that. She can keep her all. Okay, yeah. What have you been doing, mate? Not recorded Bull's Gap. Everyone's always keen for a Bull's Gap live stream, though. Always good fun. Right. Yeah, we got a rooster. Oh, it's Ty. Thanks, Ty. Ty has been one of our channel members for quite a while, so must have just gone through and refreshed his membership there. Thank you very much, Ty. Great to have you back here again. Prop saying air conditioning means 3 windows at 10 miles per hour, right? Always something, isn't there, Rusty? Always something. I've only partly recorded my No Creek Farms because we went out last night and caught up with some friends, and the night before watched a movie with Mrs. Argsy. If you're playing on console though, Flash, why don't you just use Share Factory, or if you're on PC, PlayStation. I'm not sure what Xbox, if it has an editing option in it. But if you do, just honestly, you know, you look at what Rusty does with his edits just on the console editor. Have a look at what Mr. Sealy P does. Yeah, can't. Just got to do what you can do, don't you? FSG. There's another rooster. Shades, welcome. Welcome to the team. Thank you very much for joining. Great to have you here. Oh, too busy reading chat. Thank you again, Shays. Thank you for joining. Becoming part of the AG team. What's the display in the top left? The vehicle inspector, FSG, I think was shared a little bit earlier, a link for that. But it's telling me, I think that's all the vehicles I've got people sitting in. They're not doing anything, but there's a whole lot of tells you the status of them all. It's good, it's real helpful when you're oh, there goes that lag. There's frames that storage is chewing. It's really helpful when you're harvesting because you can keep an eye on how full your combines are and things like that, so you know which one to go to. Oh, you're on Xbox, so you can send videos to Xbox Live to download to my phone and edit that way. Ah, okay. I didn't know if Xbox had an editing suite as part of it or not. Oh, thank you, Shades. Thank you. Great to have you supporting us. He's streaming on Twitch as well. Nice. There you go, Scorpion's got you with the link there. Before you wind me up, no, it's not available on console if you check. How many hours have I got on this map now? Oh, that's a very good question, Rusty. If I can tell through the stats. Let's just get around this corner and I'll take a quick look. Stats. 62 hours total on this one. All on live streams. Well, apart from some time I've spent off stream getting things sorted for a live stream, but pretty much all on live stream. It's not too many. We're into, what are we, spring on season 2 on the map, so spent a lot of time doing all the production things. Actually, that's probably been almost 50% of the time it's been doing the factories and all that carry on. Scotty, thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to see you as always. Pleased to hear you getting into a routine at home. Things are getting easier for you with the little one around. And like I said earlier, thank you very much for your support with the multiplayer servers too, sponsoring that one on No Man's Land. Appreciate it. I can't, yeah, it's interesting, I can't play them. Some people play maps and they'll play it for 20 hours or something like that. I don't understand how they do anything in that time. Six days, I'm on 3-day seasons, I think, at the moment. Oh, nice one, Flash. Oh, on Rusty's behalf, thank you very much for giving him your subscription. I'm not going to have enough seed. Am I going to get enough? Maybe I will. Not too much left. See if we can get this all planted. We touch and go. So is it are you watching the women's final? The women's final FSG, the 2 teenagers? Do you know what I reckon is going to happen? All my luck I've used up previously with having just enough seed to do something. After running out just short with the potatoes, I'm going to do exactly the same thing here with these. I'm going to run out just short of finishing this field. Looks good, eh? It's pretty. It makes the planter look pretty small though. But it does look good. Nice mod. The only thing that get caught out doing 3 days before is if you get wet weather and it rains out a whole day, then you're stuffed pretty much. Doesn't dry out quick enough. Whereas at least on 6 days you get that extra few days to catch up on things. Three bushels left. Are they both Canadians, Black Book? Didn't realise that. I knew they were both young. First time since, what was it, Serena and Martina Hingis, or was it Venus and Martina Hingis played? Last time there was 2 teenagers in a women's final. It's a pretty vibrant looking map, eh, Rusty? Colours. Pretty cool when you look across here and you've got the contrast of the red with the green from the crops that are planted. Just watching those last bushels disappear. 2, 1. Alright. I can't bring myself to drive all the way over there. I've done it once, I'm gonna cheat again. Put the seed in that way. I know. I just could not bring myself to drive all the way over there. Just for those last little pieces. I was one of Brit. She was probably born in Canada though. Some guy, come on. So when was the last time British female tennis player won a major? Yep, I cheated. My viewer numbers are going to plummet. My subscriptions are going to die. Thank you, Rusty. So appreciate that. Right. We're done. We used, what do we use? Like 2 bushels? 10 bushels? Just to even the wet ledger, we empty it back out. So we don't use that seed elsewhere. (1977) Virginia Wade. There we go. Yeah, I knew you'd be a fountain of knowledge. It's probably, has it been all across the media this week though? You know, hyping it up, saying the last time a British female won a major. British Golf. Be awesome if FIFA 11 was available for console. It would be, wouldn't it? Honestly though, get there's the placeable for seed, lime, and fertilizer I've been using on American Life Farming. If you want a cheap source of seed and things like that, you get that mod. It is almost verging on cheating how cheap it is on there. It's great. Right, let's go give this a wash off and we'll wrap things up. I think all our crops planted though, which is great. Great to have that all done. GG Gamer, welcome along. Nice to see you stopping into the stream. Thanks for joining. Alright, so field of potatoes planted. We've got some chickens and all our cotton planted too. So it's been a very productive stream. Go around the side. So make sure everything's nice and clean before we wrap things up. Won't get accused of leaving anything dirty. Alright, we'll get the tanker as well. Perfect. Right. Turn that off. We'll jump over, crank up the barbecue, and call it a day, I think. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. Make sure you leave a like if you haven't already. Appreciate the support, and thank you very much to was it Dexa for the super chat, and Shades also for joining the channel. Thank you very much for your support, gentlemen. It is very much appreciated. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. But for me, that is all for now, and I will catch you in the next one.